So you'd like to eat eggs, huh? Well, you ready for me to ruin it for you forever? Welcome to the Picky Eater channel. I'm Tony and I am the Picky Eater. Yeah, my friends say that I eat like a 3-year-old and they're not wrong. It took me a long time to come to terms with it, but now that I'm a grown man, I own it. Yeah, I'm one of those people that when we go to a restaurant, I'm always like, yeah, just go ahead and come to me last because it's gonna be a paragraph for me to order. No onions, no peppers, no shrooms, no, everything. It's just like pretty much like if I get a cheesesteak, just bring me a cheesesteak, meat and cheese, well, with bread. So it's a new year and I've got all kinds of great new plans for this channel. I do some taste tests and things like that, but there is a core to this channel, and the fact is I'm a picky eater, and a lot of that comes from my childhood. Maybe it's something that my mom showed me because I did a lot of cooking at home. My dad was in the Navy and mom was working and stuff, so we did a lot of the cooking. So she showed me a few things that just, I guess, stuck with me for the rest of my life. And it's not just, what foods I don't like to eat. Even the ones that I like to eat, I have to do something to them sometimes in order to be able to eat them. Chicken is one of those, and I plan to do an episode on that in the near future. But this is all about eggs, okay? So eggs are great, right? Scrambled, fried, whatever, omelets. Eggs are great. But there is one thing that I absolutely have to do to eggs when I'm cooking them or I can't eat them. And I know this is weird because if I go out to a restaurant, how do I know if I know they haven't done what I'm about to show you. So I just kind of have to choke it down and eat it and go, oh boy, I know that's probably in there. So my mother used to tell me that the little white thing that's attached to the yolk, that little white, slimy, snot-looking thing that's in there, yeah, she used to tell me that that is the umbilical cord, and that might be completely wrong. I don't know. All I know is that now I think it's the umbilical cord, and that has got to go. What she would do is she would either get in there and pinch it with her fingers and pull it out, or she'd take a spoon and a fork, and she would, dig it out of there. It's really difficult to do if you don't want to break the yolk. I mean, if you're going to make scrambled eggs, it's not that big of a deal. You just pull it out of there and good to go. But if you want a fried egg and you don't want to break that yolk, oh, you got to be delicate about it. So while this kitchen behind me is a beautiful kitchen, it's pretty much our dream kitchen. Yeah, this is a green screen. We're going to go down to my sad 70s kitchen. I say that because it was built in 72 and I'm pretty sure it wasn't changed much since then. We're going to crack an egg and I'm going to show you how to do this. And after you see it, you'll probably be like, oh, dude, you've ruined eggs forever. Pretty much everybody that I've shown this to while I'm cooking them breakfast or otherwise has gone, oh, dude, now I'm going to have to do this every time. That's disgusting. Well, let's go ahead and go down to the kitchen and we'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not actually cooking the egg right now, but I did want to show you. So I'm going to use a pan. This is an example of how I would actually be doing this. So you want to crack your egg like you normally would. Oh yeah, see, now this little thing right here, can you see that little white thing right there? Oh, that is nasty. And there's actually a little bit on the other side of it too, it's right there. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do, I don't know, I mean, is it an umbilical cord? That's what my mother always told me, so that's what I'm going with. So if you're scrambling the eggs and you're putting this in a bowl, no big deal, you could poke it right in the middle of the yolk and get it out of there. But it's much more difficult when you're making fried eggs. So what you got to do is you got to get that like that. See how I got that between the fork and the spoon? Pull it right out of there, and that's what we got. Ew, that is nasty. I mean, seriously, who eats that? That looks like an umbilical cord to me. Or at least that's what I've been told. But see, look, you can tell I've been doing this for years because I got it out of there without breaking the yolk. Now this little one on the other side, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, some people call me the food surgeon. There we go. Ah. Now sometimes I can't get that all the way out of there, but at least if I know I got the large piece of snot out of there, that makes me feel a lot better. Yep, got most of it. Yes, it most definitely adds another step to your cooking. That's about as much as I'm going to be able to get out of there, all right? And I feel pretty good about that. So this is the first video in a series of the Picky Eater ruins. Like the Picky Eater ruins pickles, the Picky Eater ruins eggs, the Picky Eater ruins chicken. If I ruined it for you, sorry. It's to me, it's disgusting, and I can't eat that. But then again, if I go to a restaurant and I get scrambled eggs or an omelet or something like that, I know it's in there, and it does totally skeeve me out, but I'll eat it. Hey, I want to thank you so much for watching the Picky Eater channel. It's kind of a labor of love for me. It's something I've lived all my life, and for years I've been talking about, I should do a TV show or something about picky eaters. Well, taking it to YouTube. So if you are a picky eater, or you know somebody in your life that's a picky eater, please subscribe or tell them to subscribe. The button is right down there. It's free to do. It costs you nothing. Definitely helps me. I want to grow this channel, and I want to grow it with you. If you've got any suggestions for anything that you'd like to see on the Picky Eater channel, please feel free. Leave them down there in the comments. Like and share the videos. I appreciate all that. I do have an Instagram for Picky Eater channel, and I have a Facebook for Picky Eater channel. So if you've got one of those, I'd appreciate a follow on one of those as well. I'll put the links down in the description for that. Now, I have a couple of other YouTube channels, and I do know that YouTube has been doing some weird stuff where they're unsubscribing people automatically and stuff. So, from time to time, if there's a channel, whether it's mine or somebody else's that you like, you want to make sure that you're subscribed to it. So, you can always check for yourself. It should be the little button that's down here. It shouldn't be red. It should be grayed. And if it's not, go ahead and click that and subscribe. And when you do, you can click that little bell on there, and that will give you notifications. And I think it helps you to stay subscribed. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Picky Eater channel.